had to take a little break. We out here, and this is a good hunting area right out in here. I thought I'd come out here. This is a new Barnett crossbow I'd bought, and I'm out here zeroing it in. We're doing a pretty good job right now. I've shot at 20. I'm fixing to show you what I just shot at 50 yards with this brand new Barnett Jackal crossbow. Shooting a 20-inch bolt, 125 grain. This thing is awesome. I mean, it is real awesome. It's as good as it shoots. I'm fixing to take a little break. The weather's pretty nice out here today. It's a little cool, but we're fixing to pull these arrows out here in a minute, and I'm fixing to back this thing up 20 more yards, and we're gonna shoot a 70-yard shot and see how this thing performs. I've looked at the scope. It has several lines in it for the yardage, and I'm gonna put it dead on 70 and see where I'm hitting. I may have to adjust my scope some, but I think I'll be real happy with it the way it's shooting right now. So let's go ahead and set this drink down, and I'm gonna come up here and pull these arrows out. Looks like the further you get, the deeper it buries them. So that means it's picking up speed. Last time the arrows wasn't near as deep, and they're grouping real good too. I mean, you can see right here at 50 yards, I'm with 1.25 inches of the center. Here 1.5 inches of the center. Here about 2.5 inches of center. And I might have pulled that off, but at 50 yards, that's a pretty good shot. So I'm gonna try to get these off. One thing about these, the further they go in, they start to mess your fletchings up. And they bury them up pretty deep too. Of course, this is a homemade target I made, and it definitely is pretty stout. But the speed of this new bow, it increases the further you go, and that's showing you that the energy it's got behind it. And make sure you pull them out straight. If you don't, these are not like aluminum arrows. These are carbon arrows, and you won't bend them. Either you break them, but they won't bore. So I'm fixing to move this thing up another 20 yards and see how good we're gonna do. And, got it marked out here. Okay.
That's a lot further.
Yeah, that's way out there now. We're gonna be shooting at well, honey, you can come back here where we're shooting at. And you can show the distance from where I'm at up yonder, and I've got it marked off and kept to 70. I shot here one time before. I got to shoot it twice before I messed my thumb up. We're now sitting on the 70-yard mark line right there. So we can see what we can do at 70 yards. I hadn't shot it at 70, but I've got my marks on my bow in the scope. It's got 5 lines, and they start out from 15, 25, 35, 50, 70, and I have one for 90. But we're gonna shoot at 70 and see what we do, and go back here and see what we can do with it. Got a feeling we might see a few deer out here today. This is an old house place here in Arkansas. Nice house place. Take me a drink of this Mountain Dew here. See if we can't get this thing loaded up and get a shot. I'm gonna have to have my wife's assistance again to get this thing loaded, since that part that broke on it. If you would lift that up right there. Lift that up while I cock it. Okay, now we got her loaded. Okay, now let's get this thing slid in here. Okay, there we go. Now we're ready to rock and roll here. Let's see what we can do on this 70-yard shot. I'm taking the safety off. Get a good steady grip. I believe that thing shot just a little low at 70. Let's walk up here, honey, and see what we got.
Okay.
Here at 70 yards. So far, I can't hardly see it. Okay, I see it now. It's a little high. Adjust my scope a little bit. Move my lines down some.
I think I'm starting to get in the mud.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to make it. That is the first attempt at 70 yards. So I adjusted, and I'm going to see if I can't get down to get in there around the bullseye. So you know if it's shooting high at 70, it still, the way it bears that arrow up, that thing's pretty bad at that distance too. Can you imagine a broadhead going through a deer at 70 yards that quick? The only thing the deer would know, it just said it felt a stinging sensation, and that'd be it. I'd like to say I'm so proud of my Barnett bow. It's unreal. That jackal is just unreal. I love it. Now if I have my wife's senses again to help me, we'll reload and shoot another 70-yard shot. Okay. Now we got her loaded. We're going to put this arrow back in there. We ready to fire another shot. Okay, I'm going to have to try to get a little steadier here. I'm going to clip the safety off. One thing I like about this bow, every time you pull it back, that safety is on automatically. Okay, here we go. We fix to try it again. Okay, I can see through my scope. I have come down. I'm on the pad. So what we need to do now is walk back up here and justify how much, and I'll know how much to click it again, but it's dead on. Up and down. Come on. So you can see where this hit.
Where does it look like it did?
Here was the first shot. Here's the first shot at 70 yards. Here's the second shot at 70 yards. Dead in line with the bullseye.
Yeah, it is dead in line.
Now let's go back here. I'm going to shoot this last and third shot. And then we've got a fish fry to go to. We was invited from some friends of mine today where we're working at on this construction job in Crossett, Arkansas at GP Mill. We're building a new plant up here, and my buddy and them for Super Bowl Sunday, they're having a fish fry, and me and my wife was invited, and I thought I'd get out and shoot a little bit this morning before we went to the cookout. So I'm going to make this last shot at 70. Hopefully I can get right close to that bullseye, but we'll see. I'll get my wife to assist me one more time for today. Well, it won't be one time. She'll have to assist me all day in everything I do. But,
yeah.
But I'm pretty sure she will. Okay, there we go. We've got her cocked. We got her loaded. And let me tell you something. These bolts right here, them Eastons, you can't beat Eastons at all. They're the custom carbons, 20-inch, and they is just I believe that's the best arrows on the market. Of course, Easton's always been around for years, but I'm fixing to see what I can't do with this target here. It's 70 yards. Clicking off the safety. Okay, let's see what we can get on this one right here. I believe I shot a little low. I believe I pulled that, but I think that was that bad arrow I had with the fletchings messed up on it. But I'm going to have to get me some more arrows. Go down there. They got a place down in Bastrop, Alabama. It's called Simmons.
No, Bastrop, Louisiana.
that's at Louisiana. That's right. And they have any hunting supplies or anything you need down there, and that's the best place to get any archery, anything a man wants for outdoors. They sell Barnett, which Barnett is one of the best. But I come out here to shoot these, and that is at 70 yards, and I believe that is bigger than a deer. This little area here with a broad head, but like I said, this is the third shot I've made at 70 yards. At 50 yards, I was putting them in here on the bullseye. But I think after I keep shooting it 20, 30 more times, I'll have it dialed in where I'll be able to shoot deer at 90 yards out in the bean field. And these things are so hard to get out. But this foam I got in here, it is one of the best, and it'll last just as good and shiny. But if you can notice how it buries them, fletching, that's how hard it shoots. When it goes through there, especially the further out you get, it looks like it picks up more energy. But these two looking pretty good shape. This is the last one I shot that was a little off the target here, but it was right on the circle. But I believe
So we ready to call it a day?
yeah, I think we'll call it a day. We'll go to the fish fry, watch the Super Bowl tonight, and maybe we might shoot another video next weekend. When well, it'll be 2 weeks before I'm off again. Working 70 hours a week, you just don't have time to do nothing. But when I get off again, we might come out here. We might even go to that other hunting spot and shoot one there.